is that, well, it's in Texas, and there is actually room for spectators now, where I think the last season when I was here, well, the previous season when I was here, it was a lot more limited. You could sit down, but it wasn't really meant for that.
Right.
It'd be great if it could keep growing and you could get more and more spectators to show up, because people seem willing to travel in the States to go to these events.
It was great too. Saw a lot of Reddit threads that were people saying we're coming to Dallas looking for people to share the hotel room. So
yep. That's it's an encouraging thought, isn't it? Because we do need, I mean, especially in the States, we do need people to travel to these events if they're going to be viable in the future. Especially if someone's going to host a major tournament, and you need everyone to show up and cheer for their favorite teams. Well, we do have the ninth round coming up, of course, here, and it's it's the All-Star match. If you're just tuning in and not quite sure what's going on here, so it's Europe versus North America, and we do have the lineups here: Kenny, Olofmeister. And then, well, Nicolino, JW, and Neo. And then we've got Tarek, Shroud, Nothing, Anger, and Automatic on the North American side. So pretty capable lineups. And the European team just winning the ninth round. Not sure that really makes a big difference, but it still has to be there, right?
Definitely.
All
and
right.
it's always interesting. We talk about the sides picking in this All-Star game. It doesn't matter so much. So.
No, and maybe especially on Dust 2 as well, it seems like it could go either way. Well, we're about to find out. We do have so far 2 armors, 3 armors, 4 armors being purchased, and then Neo takes one for the team and goes for the kit. And on the other side, it's a lot of armor as well, with Nothing being the guy who maybe has a chance to set up some sort of smoke. And going for B-bomb site might be worth it here, but they've got the standard spread going on. They're not playing, there's no crazy play just going on yet.
No, they are spread out across the map looking for the Europeans to be coming out with some kind of aggression. So they've got all their bases covered, and JW's going to run into one.
That's a great opening kill. Just takes it and runs back. So I was wondering if we're going to see, especially someone JW, really go for the frags. Meanwhile, over at the B-bomb site, Neo is taking a fight with the rest of the terrorist team. Try and see if he can win this for the Europeans. And Olofmeister falling back did a lot of damage. Tarek very nearly dead, but Olofmeister's going to fall. Neo up in the window, gets headshot as well. Tarek with a great kill coming into it. And now it is a 3v3. Kenny going to go down as well, and Nicolino will die. So there it is. The NA team comes out with a pistol round, even though that looked shaky for a while.
Yeah, so much damage was done by all of them just entering the bomb site, and they just held onto that retake very, very well and made some very nice shots on players entering the window and the doors. So a nice start for the North Americans, and that's what they needed in this.
Oh, definitely.
This lineup from the North Americans is just straight fraggers. So they need to get that early momentum, and they need to build on that.
They've got a team of 5 people who can all carry in the same team. Generally speaking, that wouldn't work, but, for one best of one, why not? Olofmeister, though, great kill, picks up the MP7 as well, and does a quick turnaround. He's kind of alone and boxed in. They should be able to take care of him here, but Anger's playing alone, and you can tell that Automatic, who was the guy behind him, they weren't really ready to get the refrag in case they lost that battle, but it worked out all right. Nicolino looking for a headshot, and there it is. Shroud goes down a little bit more. Tarek's got to be careful. He's very low on health as well, and might be going down any second. There's JW coming up with a headshot. It's down to Anger and Automatic. It's a 2v4. The Europeans have turned it around.
Yeah, what a play by Nicolino. And then JW is going to come in here with that nice headshot onto Anger. So this is looking very, very bad in the second round. Automatic able to grab one. And a second one onto Nico. So he has got some room to work up this catwalk.
Oh, finally we'll go down to Kenny. Yes, it was looking good for a while, though. Automatic trying to find his way back there. They took a bit too much of a fight with that Deagle. Maybe they didn't need to, but it does bring up an interesting point. I think Nicolino is going to be one of the guys to watch for this tournament.
Right, for Mouse Sports.
Yeah, in my opinion, a player that could be a top 6 to 8 player in the world. So somewhere between top 1 and 6.
Do you see him at times pick it up, and he's very, very effective against everyone. And going back to that triple op, and JW's been aggressive in those lower B tunnels. So in this All-Star game, they're just pushing for fights. They're trying to look for him.
Yeah, decent B spawn they got going on, and they didn't have any ops. So I thought maybe they were going to try and go aggressive, but they're not really going to risk it. Just trying to play it slow as they can, taking control of top mid. Olofmeister with an underhand throw. Is he going to make his way through the smoke? He misses the shot. Yeah, not sure if we'll be seeing Olof doing too much of that once Fnatic start playing, but in this opening match, why not?
That would have been beautiful to see him connect with that. Just completely unexpected. And now Nico's trying to jump up over the smoke. He does spot Tarek and gets taken out, but Kenny S chimes in. So there's an op kill for him, and he's heating up in this All-Star game. Yeah,
Kenny's definitely been off to a strong start here, 11-0 and 3 at the moment. And the NA team, they do have a one-man lead. Now they just need to convert that into some sort of victory. The problem is JW's holding back B plateau. If they try and go for it, it could get a real bit rough. If they go middle, it's Kenny instead. They have just 45 seconds, and they're going to go for it here. JW in the back. Quick opening kill on Anger. Goes for the rescope once again. Oh, no! There it is, and Kenny also going to take down Automatic in the middle, so just a complete cleanup from JW. How do you deal with that? I mean, they picked the bomb site with just one person left. I'm not sure how many grenades they have left at the end.
Right, they didn't seem to have any smoke. It was kind of that 50-50 battle with Automatic. With that, if we were wondering if he was going to be up to the task, but the problem is even if he wins that battle with JW, he's got Kenny S who's rotated over. So
yeah, that's rough, man.
it's so tough. This European All-Star lineup is absolutely sick.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, it's the bragging rights as well. The community obviously going to be involved in this. JW, you know, shoots one, burns another, and then Olofmeister picks up the rest. They do play on the same team normally as well, so they've got something going on there. 7-1 though. It's hard to say when you've got a mix like this who should be winning the most rounds. I mean, this map could be T or CT side at this point. It could go either way.
Well, part of it too is just the Europeans with how aggressive they're being. They're not letting the North Americans, you know, even into these rounds. The triple op setup was picking people off, and now it's even these double offs with Kenny S and JW just so brutal. So they're whittling the numbers down before North America can even get into any place to attack. And there we see another one, JW onto nothing.
Oh, Kenny flashed in the middle and is finally going to go down. They will also pick off Nico, who was over at A-Long playing around. So if they can get this bomb and rotate quick, I mean, there was an opening, but they're not getting that much information. Finally in the middle, they're going to see JW, and they must have heard Neo down there as well, so they know that there's a strong presence in the middle, and they still kind of keep fighting JW, which I'm not sure is the best choice at the moment.
Once in a while you see oppers, and especially players who don't normally use it, almost get stubborn. You know, they want to get that battle with the opper. It's this very like sniper pride that kind of comes into play where they just want to take that fight. And now they're going to go up catwalk, and Tarek's going to find Olofmeister playing behind a smoke.
Yeah, cheeky flashbang to buy more time, and Olof's going to fall back to Long. He's going to be very much alone here, though. It's going to take a while before Neo can get in and help him out. So he just has to buy time.
That language barrier, like you said.
Yeah, and I mean, weirdly in Counter-Strike, that's a big thing. In other games, League of Legends, Dota 2, we do see teams that are mixed nationalities, and it seems to work anyway. Whereas in Counter-Strike, it's very few teams have made it work, and they all seem to be speaking sort of, one common language.
Right. The last one was NOA, I believe, in 1.6. I haven't really seen too much of an international team since then.
So maybe it's time for someone to pick that up.
It comes full circle.
Yeah, the Noah of Counter-Strike, or of Global Offensive. I'd like that. JW will return the frag, although I think Tarek up. Oh, that's a dangerous shot. Taking down Tarek that we were just talking about. Back plateau, it's Neo inside the bomb site. Again, trying to buy time. Would have been good, but Shroud was really quick, not letting him buy that time at all. So definitely a good move here from the Canadian player with the Tech 9 as well. JW, he actually got that flick. Oh no, and Anger's going to go down. Olofmeister coming in. They had the right idea, definitely, that round on the NA side. That was the right call, I think, going B.
It's just by the time they make it into a bomb site, they're not winning any initial battles, so they've lost so many players. It allows all the Europeans who are playing so aggressive to get these quick flanks, and you saw Olaf coming in from the halls and just destroying everything.
Well, we're going to see. I mean, now it's getting out of control, isn't it? 9-1. The comeback has to be more or less right now. It's not going to work at all. And they will be rushing long right here as they get the opening kill on Olofmeister, who's been one of the top fraggers. That's definitely good. Nico on the corner. Only going to get the one kill. Could have been a really good spray down, but gets shot down a little bit. And then comes Kenny in with the AW. He actually jumps up. He's not affected at all by this new change to the AWP. He got the C set out as well. It is a 2v1 though, and Kenny's going to try and get back into it. Doesn't want to jump through the smoke just yet.
Kenny's actually number 4 in European ESEA and 1-on-2 wins. So this is, I mean, this is a perfect position for him, and this is a great shape with this AWP. We've seen him just picking players off left and right, and he could find some here.
Yeah, early grenade out will leave Automatic very low on health. Jump up there. They should have him zoned out of this bomb site, especially with the Molotov now. He's got really only one choice left, and he desperately wants that opening pick. Turn it into a 1v1 before anything else happens, and tries to go for the no-scope. Not going to work. So finally, there it is, 9-2. I mean, if they make this 9-6, it's not impossible, I think, that they could turn it around.
Right, but from what we've seen so far, and now we're back to another triple op, and I believe I actually saw a fourth op on JW before he switched over. I could be wrong.
No, really? Are they really
that would be insane.
Yes, there is a fourth op. Dear Lord. And poor Nothing, charged with AWPing in the middle. They will actually not fight him, and they're going to switch it up a little bit. Not that often you see Nothing doing the AWPing, though.
Well, not often do you see 4 ops on one team.
It works for Kenny, at least, going to take down Nothing and win that fight early on. Now we just need Nico to change it around, but I'm not sure he will. He's definitely a dedicated rifler on Mouse Sports.
And he's got a good angle on long. He's pushed up behind the smoke in the cave. Well, there is a lot of pressure on mid, and JW, he's been aggressive with it here, his AWP all half. And they need to be prepared for this.
They're so close to him getting that shot through, and he's not scared at all, which is kind of his style. Olofmeister up on catwalk in what we sometimes refer to as the Fox position, going all the way back to when Virtus Pro had a Russian team with Fox playing Doja's brother, so that was very interesting. JW falling back again, just smoked off here with the CZ. They did think it was going to be an A push because I think they heard a couple of people at catwalk, but they actually will end up pushing out on middle, so this is working out quite well for the Terrorist team. If they can move now with the smokes towards CT spawn, definitely an opening for them. Neo going to go down as well. JW trying to charge on in, but up on catwalk. Olofmeister's ready. Underhand flash right through. Nobody can see a thing, and they're right behind him. He's letting them through. He's got the knife out. No! Olofmeister's going to stab one and then goes for the other one. Not going to make it through. We do get our first knife of the All-Star match, and it's a 2v2 at the end. Maybe they could win it regardless. Olofmeister, such patience, but only the one kill, and they're going to end up winning anyway. That's so dirty.
That is. And it's... He was full blinded by that. Somehow they didn't see him run up next to the opera, and he actually might have gotten 2 if he missed that, if he didn't miss that first shank. But you hate to see it, really.
Well, you tell me, how many knives did we have in the last All-Star match? Was it?
Oh, I believe it was like 4 or 5 in just the All-Star match, and even going into the first day of matches, we ended up with like 8 or 9, I believe.
All right, more Molotov AWP going out on long, and already Kenny coming up from behind. Could be another knife if he's quick about it. I think they've heard him though, and not even going to try it.
Oh,
no
Kenny.
scope to follow. Jason, for our new viewers, because Kenny does make this look very, very easy, but anyone new to Counter-Strike, how difficult is it hitting those shots like Kenny's doing?
It's so incredibly difficult, and he's done it multiple times. He had a no-scope double early on in this half, and he's just that player who defies the rules that you feel are set in the game. And it's good to see him starting this event off hot with that AWP. You'd like to see it with Titan later on in the tournament.
Yeah, I feel like it's part of the appeal of Counter-Strike is you watch it on stream on Twitch, and then once you go and try it in the game yourself, you realize just how good these people are. It's a different feeling once you're doing it yourself. Neo, with a really good defense early on, does a lot of damage, but still not working out here for the European side. Oh, he really did get that shot off as they crossed over. That's Kenny taking down Anger and leaving in a 2v2, and they need to make another cross, and Kenny's ready for it.
And if he lands another one, that would be absolutely insane, but he's going to unscope at the wrong moment. Throwing some flashes in and trying to catch him off guard. He's going to come through the smoke. He's got all the confidence in the world, not able to land anything, though. It's just up to Nico in this 1-on-2.
Yeah, wants to get that first kill and still a bomb plant, so they could try and team up on him here. Flashbang out. Nico turning around for it, but will get taken out by Shroud, who gets a triple kill. So great play here on the NA side and a much-needed round. Yeah, it's JW and Kenny that are really carrying the load here. 20 and 19 kills.
Those ops early on in these rounds, there's no response from North America. We don't have any opper in this lineup except for Automatic for his team. He does often op on the, I believe it's the T side. They switch on that team on Nihilum, I believe they're called. Yeah. They switch the opper depending on CT or T side.
Yeah, which I mean you can do. Like we were just talking about, JW and Olaf are both oping on Fnatic, and they switch as they feel like. Not necessarily due to sides, but just generally, it's all right to have different roles switch around at times. Good opening here as they actually did take down JW, and Kenny's very low on health. If they could have caught him here, that would have been such a big opening. Automatic going to take down Nico, and it's down to just a 3v4 here. Maybe they could steal the last round and if they make it 11-4, win the pistol on the second half. It's possible.
Well, they won the pistol in the first half. Oh, look at this spot. I wonder if Automatic's going to be ready for it at all. Olaf's is just being so patient. Automatic does get one, but immediately traded off, and now Olaf's going to have to defend against this cat hit, but Anger is going to drop him. And there's that 4th round, and like I said, the North Americans won the pistol in the first half, but they ended up having a very poor half from then on. So that pistol round doesn't even seem to necessarily have a huge impact.
Yeah, not always, not always. Regardless, it's the first half done 11-4 in favor of the European side, and like you said, I mean, turning it around from the pistol, making it a little bit rough on the NA team. We'll see. They did find 4 ops at one point in this first half here. Maybe they could turn it around and get 5 ops instead. I mean, surely there's some logic to that.
Go for the middle pick very early on.
Yeah, everyone peek middle. Well, right now we've got all armor, not a single diffuse kit on this NA side, so they're really banking on being able to hold this. And Jordan's going to be in the back here, Plateau, going to hear the train coming, the Glocks, great headshot to start off. He gets another one just peeking out there. I didn't even see that. That was so quick. It was like a pre-fire actually coming out of the box there. Another headshot goes in. Anger going to help out, and nothing to get the quad kill. And that's going to bring some hype there.
Yeah, what a monster round from nothing. And coming alive, that doubles his frag count for the match so far, but some beautiful shots on that B platform.
Yeah, one of them, he sort of stepped out while shooting. That was a nice detail there. And now going into the second round here, they're not actually going to go for the SMGs. They're going to go, yeah, all
That
rifles.
is interesting. Not going to be able to build up that bank as much as the SMGs allowed, and some of that more expensive guns. Maybe they know that the Europeans are going to buy this armor and they want to use the range on Dust 2 is what I would guess.
Yeah. Scared of the Tech 9. They are playing Olofmeister after all.
Mm-hmm. One of those players who uses it like a rifle.
Yeah, good job from Tarek early on, though, doing the damage to Olofmeister in particular. And he's just going to be buying a little bit of time here as nothing is going to come in and help out. Anger also down from A-Long, so they're just all here. Bit of a shooting gallery going on, and not much the European team can really do. They're getting shut down. Nice work.
Very nice work. And there's that range. You know, if you have an SMG, you can't necessarily do that, so he uses the FAMAS well, and Kenny's going to get close up with the Tech 9. And, you know, we talked about how big the ops were in that first half, and, you know, something to watch out throughout this whole tournament is Kenny and JW are 2 players who can use that op almost like in situations where you'd prefer to have a Colt or an AK-47. They still use that sniper rifle very effectively in ways that very few other players can. Yeah,
there's a select group which has very few members in it that will do that. It's one of the reasons why it's so much fun to watch them work. Gonna be just one person pushing long. I was kind of hoping because there's a double grenade. Oh, Olofmeister, that is, it's not kind at all. Anger gonna go down. And he did drop down to 4 health, but it was definitely worth it. Down the middle, automatic, going to try and play it safe. Nico is very close here, got to be careful. He doesn't get Glock trained, but the good grenade comes out, and nothing also helping out. So they do stabilize on the NA side.
Yeah, using those nades very well at that. You know, not getting into those 50-50 fights, and now Tarek going to drop to Kenny S, but using those nades to deal the damage to make the fights easier, soften up their opponents. Now it's down to this 1-on-3, and JW is just going to get cleaned up there by Shroud in the bomb site, going into the first gun round more than likely. Unless they want to save and go for, you know, that triple or 4-op setup next round.
I would actually love to see them do that. I mean, it wouldn't be competitively viable, but it would be a lot of fun in an all-star match. Maybe if they start winning again, they can show us the auto snipers.
Oh yeah,
T-side auto sniper down the middle. It's a new meta game. All right, well, we've got 3 people being boosted up on Catwalk, so pretty aggressive move. And probably going to be a little bit hard for Kenny to deal with. He's got hit with the AK, and he gets the opening headshot as well. Wants to fall back quick. Very smart play, in fact. And now they see the guy coming out of the middle. Tarek going to go down. Kenny with another headshot. That, to me, looked like that should have worked from the CT side.
It should have, but, you know, maybe not being as much of just a gather. The Europeans just have that great teamwork going on to handle that very, very well, knowing as soon as that cat push came in that a mid push was also likely. So Anger's able to pick up a couple, but nothing going for him, and that push was just handled so well by the Europeans.
Yeah, Kenny landing 3 headshots in total.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt either.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. They couldn't know what we knew, but I think if they'd kept pushing out middle instead of sort of waiting, it would have been better for them, especially because they got a guy pushing out middle. So they would have had a good crunch scenario going into that, but they probably thought it was a lot more than just Kenny there.
Yeah, and that opening kill by Kenny just kind of froze him a little bit. They seemed a little bit scared to keep going forward, keep up the aggression.
5-7 on Tarek. Good weapon if they're going to try and push in here. It's going to be headshot range, and there we see, gets the opening kill. Should have maybe had a second one as well, but Kenny's going to clean it up, and now Shroud and nothing. Normally you'd probably say try and save these guns, but they seem to want to go for it.
It's an all-star game. They're gonna go for it. They want to show something cool. They want to have some nice play to talk about, and Shroud's going to get a pick with that AWP, so all of a sudden a 2-on-2, but nothing with the Colt. He's going to be the one who's got to lead the way. He's only got 8 HP.
Neo inside, good angle from him, and a straight headshot. Nothing. Wants to come into it, but Kenny's going to take him out. So another triple kill from Kenny, dropping currently 27 kills, which is pretty hard to deal with.
And he's been opening these rounds up for him with an AK-47, so not just a one-weapon show. Even though he's known for his op, that AK is looking very good in his hands at the moment. Now he gets that AWP.
Yeah. I mean, the NA side called it correctly. They did have 3 people holding B, and they had Tarek really close with the 5-7. So I mean, I thought there was some hope that round that they could have done more, but
that Kenny magic.
That Kenny magic. I mean, yeah, you hope that he's going to be playing this style on Titan, because actually in the last couple of matches for Titan, it hasn't really been Kenny doing the majority of the work. Apex has been playing super well, and Maniac more than anyone, I think, yeah. So if they can have Kenny playing well too, well, yeah.
He did look at the ESL Pro League, he did look a little bit like he was struggling with the op update, and completely opposite of what we're seeing out of him now, because there's a nice headshot through a box onto Anger, and at this corner, Shroud's going to try and do something, but it's Kenny again with the Tech 9.
Yeah, that's 1 kill of the 30 bomb when he's died 11 times as well. So definitely a very good ratio going into it at the moment. 14-7. I don't know. I wish, I don't know if we have the stats for it. Who won the All-Star match last year? Or
the Europeans.
Has it been the European team winning every time?
I believe the North Americans won the time before that.
All right. So I was going to say otherwise this is getting embarrassing when something needs to change.
I mean, it's not just the All-Star. We struggle to beat the Europeans even with our team, so All-Star game.
Well, it could be the one redeeming quality.
At least we got the All-Star game, guys.
Exactly. I would go for that. I'd be fine with it. Shroud doing good work here. Just, I guess, basic routine if you're at this level, but just trying to steal the rifles away, make sure that he can pick another one up in case they all come rushing. Automatic in the middle is going to be picking up a kill. Sorry, over at the A-bomb site. B-bomb site taking up a kill. Anger going to take down Olaf Meister, and it's up to JW and Kenny. 2v5, so yeah, more rounds like these. That's what they need.
Well, if there's 2 players that could do it, it'd be JW and Kenny, and there's Kenny getting a good start through the box. That's 30 for him. Gonna peek at the door. Doesn't actually take the shot, or he misses it. He gets brought down to 19, and JW with his own no-scope in middle. Nothing going the way of the Americans in some of these battles.
Oh, finally they're gonna get that kill in, and Kenny will go down, so it's up to Shroud to pick up the remaining 2 kills and make it 8-14. Yeah, that's looking scary for a moment when you get those kills in, but they do manage to stabilize, and still just the 1 AWP currently picked up on the NA side, which the European team, once they got up and running, they picked up 3 or 4 of them. Just a stylistic difference here, and they should probably be ecoing on the Euro side, but they're going to force it up anyway. Try and go for it.
Yeah, why not? And unfortunately, it backfires a little bit. Olaf goes down to Tarek.
Yeah, with a very well-known flash peak combination in that middle, popularized by Smiths. But still very powerful if you can make it work.
And look at this aggression up catwalk now. So Nico's actually just going to jump right down into CT spawn. He catches nothing, a little bit unaware, but nothing's able to transition that into a kill. Recovers nicely.
Yeah, leg shot on Kenny, and Tarek looking over the box here. Good flick coming out now. And Kenny will be alone. And even Kenny, I wouldn't trust him to pull a 1v5 here. Maybe if they feed themselves to him, but otherwise it's not going to work. So 9-14. Be a huge comeback if they can finish this game somehow.
But they've given themselves the opportunity. They've forced an eco now onto the Europeans, so they're going to have, you know, almost kind of a free round as long as they don't give away a gun too early, anything like that. And it's not like it's not one of those Tech 9 trains that can be so scary. Olaf does have that deagle, which we saw at long. He got that pick before, but doesn't look like he's going to go for it this round.
No, nice little flash coming out from Anger. Just, I do see a lot of people peeking long corner without the grenades, and it's always annoying, I think. Now Shroud, though, is going to be very much alone in this corner. If they rush him down, he could, still get the kill, turns around for a 3rd one, has the pistol out now, and he's doing a lot of damage, but he's got backup as well. Anger coming up with a kill, and then nothing with the grenade to finish it. And I'm not sure how Shroud stayed alive then. It looked like he should have been definitely dead.
Right, down to 2 HP with the pistol, just shooting the corner, trying to do whatever he can to stay alive, and he manages to do it very well. And you don't often see him with an AWP, so kind of trying to show it off here for the All-Stars. And that was a good long hold from him, actually.
Yeah, very, very...
Put under a lot of pressure.
Especially because, I mean, he got the first kill on the guy coming around the corner, but then when he repeats, I'm not sure he realizes, but they're all at blue all of a sudden. They're at the blue container, and that can get really tricky, because if he peeks out to kill them when they're there, he's completely exposed, and if he misses a shot, he'll definitely go down. So, could have been an awkward position, but he seemed well in control. And now Anger going to be up on Catwalk, got Shroud with him as well. Nice double setup here, and should be able to hold it off for a while.
Yeah, and this is what's interesting, seeing Shroud and Tarek with the AWPs, because Automatic had it on the T side, and, you know, even for his team, he just doesn't feel comfortable opping on CT sides for some reason.
Oh, yeah, Kenny going to catch a grenade. Not that much damage, actually. Bit of a shame. In the meantime, coming out into the doorway is going to be Neo going down, but look who's pushing Lower Dark as well. Anger's just charging in. He's just decided it's time to go. And coming out the middle from the T side, JW going to get the one kill, turns to Shroud, and he does go down. Shroud surviving on 1 health. And Kenny, grenade to follow. Well, he's going to get the kill after the round is over. That is very annoying. But they still win the round, 11-14.
JW with such a sneaky play, just hiding in the smoke in CT spawn, actually. They didn't clear that corner, so he was able to get the jump on a couple. But Shroud, with that op, showing some proficiency here.
Yeah, definitely playing really well. Looked like JW should have had that kill. 11-14, and the European side actually now in a bit of a strange position as they have run out of money, and I don't know. This is it no longer looks like a sure win from the European side, because in the first half it looked really one-sided, but it's changed.
It's the ops. The Europeans haven't been able to pick up as many ops as they probably want this half with all that proficiency they have with it. Shroud in the pit's going to take out the first one. He does a good bit of nade damage on a Nico as well. He's going to keep peeking. Grabs a nice headshot, and with the spray down, that's 4 for him. Another great long hold from Shroud.
Real shame that nothing stole that one kill there. It looked like that should have been a perfect ace there. So yeah, you're right. Really good play. And we were talking about, you know, it being a good sign, maybe Kenny on fire. Well, Shroud, if he starts to warm up, I think everyone has seen what happens when Shroud really hits it off. So.
Right, and he is here in this All-Star game, at least starting things off well, 26-15.
Oh, Tarek. He actually hits the shot there on JW. Goes for the repeat and takes out Kenny. We've got Tarek out-AWPing Kenny and JW both in the middle. That has to be good.
All in one round as well. He didn't spread it out at all, so feeling it obviously. But some nades are going to bring him and nothing down to 50 HP. JW's at 19 from that leg shot. So Europeans a little bit beat up so far in this round.
This could almost equalize the match. I mean, they've lost a lot of rounds in a row on the European side, so they will probably just keep forcing it up at this point, especially if they get bomb plants. But yeah, they will end up having very limited equipment if it keeps going like this. Buying a bit of time with the flashbangs, and they still have the Molotov on Tarek. If they try and go short and he doesn't die immediately here, Tarek, he could use that Molotov to buy a lot of time for his teammates to get in here.
He could, and he's just gonna have to play it like Olaf did in the first half, where he just stays alive a little bit. He can't fall in this position. He needs to allow the backup to come into play, like you said. And here they are. He's gonna miss that first shot, and Anger grabs one, bails him out. But Nico and Olaf Meister all of a sudden open that A site into a 3-on-3.
Oh, and Shroud wants to go for the fight. He's the only guy down on long, and when he dies, they lose so much control. So that's one of the things where you're gonna think if it was a full Cloud9 lineup, probably they would have been able to coordinate a better retake with the 3 players alive.
Shroud wouldn't have taken those fights as well. He would have just stayed alive for his team.
Yeah, definitely. That's how it goes. Automatic going to go down, and it's all or nothing. Picks up the 1 kill, turns around, fights Nico, and has to reload. Olaf Meister going to get the triple kill and put it on match point here for the North American side.
And that's why it's so important to have that long player alive, because if your entire retake attempt is coming up that ramp, there's so many hard angles to check and fight from that position, so you need that long player to help provide you some cover.
Yeah, a bit of a shame. We do see the triple op come out here, and obviously it's
beautiful. North Americans this time.
Yeah. I mean, last time Tarek kind of won that fight middle against Kenny and JW both. Surely it can only be better at this point. Molotov off from Automatic as well, just in case they were going to rush. And over at long, he gets smoked off. In the middle, though, Tarek actually has been playing really well. Comes up with another kill, turns around with a headshot on Nico. Very good stuff here, and is going to get flashed in the middle. Will go down to Neo. Still an opening here for the terrorist side as they can get to that B-bomb site really quickly.
And 2 ops in the hands of North American, so if this bomb gets planted, it's going to be such a tough retake. But look at the flank that's coming in from long. So nothing in Shroud, just boxed into CT spawn. Smoke on both sides, nades raining in, ops and rifles just going off everywhere they try and peek. And this is a very tough last round for the North Americans. And oh, what a no-scope from Shroud.
Olafmeister wanted to knife at the end. I mean, why not? See if Neo is he in position for it. They got the flashbang here. Kenny should wait. If they just wait, there could definitely be a knife opportunity here. And Neo wants to win it. This is serious business. He's not going to try and knife anybody. Got the AK out for the final headshots. There it is. The European side are going to steal it away at the end, although pretty decent comeback from the NA side. The second half, they're looking better.
And it was the good news. We saw Shroud having some great rounds, so that bodes well for Cloud9. Tarek with that AWP. CLG actually likes to run a double op setup on Dust 2. He's going to be the secondary opper for his team behind Peter on Dust 2.
Yeah. And
that looked good, especially going up against Kenny and JW, you know, a couple rounds where he wins those duels. So
yeah, not easy to accomplish.
Some good stuff for them.
Right, so with Tarek waking up, and we have seen Peter in the past on Dust 2 as well, but I think on Inferno a couple of games where Peter's been opening really well. So I'm excited for it, but it will be the European side to win it, which means come Vetoes, they get to do the first picks there.
They'll be the higher seeds in all those matchups, so
that's going to be
that'll be the impact.
Yeah, just a fun way of doing it. So congratulations to the European side. That means we get the bragging rights for a little while longer, at least.
Yeah, just a little while until next time.
Till next time, maybe I don't know. Maybe there should be some real strategy in this. Maybe they should, trying to pick the perfect lineup.
Well, the teams get to nominate one player from their own team. So if they all get together, create this, you know, get a strat caller, get a lurker, get all the roles involved. Yeah,
and there's not that much infighting going on in the North American scene. There people can generally get along more or less, except for maybe a couple. But so it should be possible to put together a team.
Absolutely, it should be.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Our first actual match is going to be between Luminosity and Titan, I believe. So that's coming up next, and it will be right here on the channel. Hope you guys are going to be ready for it. Of course, a big shout out to all the sponsors as well: BenQ, G2A, Alienware, and HyperX.
As well as Twitch.
As well as Twitch. Not to forget. But we'll be right back here. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around for the full evening. I know if you're in the European time zone, it's going to get late, but it will be definitely worth it. And we'll be back after a quick break.